Hello, Boris Pravisham here, and yes, I'm back on the Nidd server after a couple of weeks. The skybox out there has changed. It's the nice Earth-like planet by Star X. It's mostly there, so that we've got a nice light background, and we can see everything that's going on. It's got nothing to do with sort of like a role-play aspect or anything like that. This is a building server. Looks nice. A bit of the ocean down there. This is my apartment upstairs. That out there. This was all in a world tour video by Anubis. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go check it out. It's a couple of weeks old now, so there's a few new builds, but gives you a general idea. So that's the starting platform that we had up there. Down here into the reception area where the apartments start. And I've got my own special room up here on the top floor. Because why not? We'll just shut the door. The reason I haven't been playing is a few reasons. Some of them I can explain, some I can't. Oh, it looks like a new ship. Is there no name on it? I don't know whose ship that is up there. But I'm assuming it was parked there just so that I could have it in the window as a nice view. So thank you. Yes, I stopped playing partly because where I'm standing right now used to run at about 3 frames a second. Now, I don't have I have a fairly decent PC, I meant to say. It's pretty good, and yet I was running 3 frames a second simply because there's just so much in this apartment block. Now it's back up to 15, and if we go over here, in the very top left-hand corner, if you don't know how to read that thing, we're back up at about 25. Gets up to around 35-ish when I'm not recording, and I think that's recordable. It's smooth enough. But in any case, that's because of Keen's last update. I must add, they seem to have done something, because the game's running a lot smoother than it was. Not that I'm expecting it to continue to do that. Next Thursday it'll probably drop down again. It has done that in the past, but for now it's usable in here. In any case, yes, I am intending to move away. This is my sparsely decorated apartment. It's not finished, and a couple of mod packs? A couple of mod packs crashed on us, so I did have like a TV and a nice stuff in there, but they had to be taken off and reset, that sort of thing, fixed, so, and they just haven't. I just haven't gotten around to fixing them up, but that's because I've been doing some other stuff. I've got a little welding drone now, and my little baby miner ship that Drukol gifted me. They're my only 2 ships on the server. Everything else, I should take that thing off on the side. Sorry about that. I don't know if people like the crosshairs in the middle of the screen. Why am I in Spider-Man's skin? I didn't put that on. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. I didn't mean to put on your outfit this morning. Let's just quickly change back. Why am I not in the list? There's no scroll bar. Drukol must have taken it out accidentally. It's very nice of Drukol. He made all these really good-looking skins, which are, you'll see every now and then. People will walk past. You saw the Spider-Man one there. It was excellent. What was I saying? Yes, I've mostly been working on the building. I've added a few more things. You can see Anubis' apartment. You would have seen that in the Roy Grab discussion if you watched that. I'm not allowed in, am I? He's got something floating around here. I wonder where... Oh, that's right. Yes, Anubis moved out. There must be a change in gravity there. Yes, 1 to 1.6. Anubis has moved out. He's gone looking for his own place. And so should I. Still a gap there. So should I. I should probably go find a new place. Look at that. The Sleeping Beauty by Zek. It's a lovely looking machine. And Zek's place is down there. You can... Oh, he doesn't have it on. And that's what we've got so far. People haven't been coming on quite as much lately. There's a few more things going on now. I'm going to have a little bit of a fly around. How much energy do I have? Enough energy. Let's go see if we can find another asteroid to go move out onto. The reason, other than the frames issue, that I haven't been playing is a little odd. I haven't been able to really explain it myself, but I was kind of the little Betsy. That looks like something that Anubis would name. I must admit I haven't watched his video yet. It's on my watch later playlist. Yes, this is Anubis. And hello, Wheatley. I wonder if... No, access is denied. That's his little follow me drone. Follows him around nicely. Ooh. I wonder if he constructed some of this, or whether it was all natural forming caves. We'll both find out once you go over to his channel and see, but looks like this will be a nice little place to set up. I'm jealous. There's a nice crater here as well. Oh, you could fill that up nicely with stuff. Ooh. Do you think he'll notice if I just move in, sort of down the end of one of those corridors? Just sort of sit down the end of... Yeah. Maybe I should just set up down there. Just in the corner. Just blockade this off and set up my own little place in here. Perhaps a couple of turrets to defend it. I don't think he'd get annoyed at all. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe that's a place to expand to. But I think first I have to find my own place. It looks like that one's occupied up there too. But yeah, I was kind of turned off playing Space Engineers a little bit. By the way, the frames out here are nice. 100 and something. I was kind of turned off it a little bit after Marek Rose's latest thing. Oh, this looks like a... Well, just by the colours, I'm saying that it's Spider-Man, but I haven't a clue. The Brood Mother. Yeah, Marek Rose posted a blog post. Yeah, I'm guessing that's Spider-Man's. I mean, look at the colouring. How could it not be? Marek Rosa posted a blog post saying that Keen's looking for level designers, which at first I thought that was brilliant. I've tried in making my own sort of adventure maps already, and I was excited to see that they might be adding some extra things to make that easier. Because my adventure maps didn't really work out, partly because, like any creative venture, the majority of the time things don't work out. You know, do I have my... Why am I not flying straight? Yeah, things go wrong, things don't turn out how you mean them to, and that's partly why. And the reason why I haven't been able to release any, apart from them being terrible, is that it's just difficult to make them, because the game doesn't quite yet have all the tools, the developer tools and whatnot. It already took me long enough just to get Roid Grab set up, and that was fairly simple, that map. You know, no way to visualize in SE Toolbox, which is a third-party program. There's sort of no way to visualize what you're seeing, and that's kind of what you need. There's very few sort of developer tools and easy ways to make things, and they're working on it. You know, like the last update, not the last update, the one before that, the asteroid copy paste create stuff. So they're starting on that, but I'm looking forward to when it gets a little bit more done. It just helps massively to design levels. Not that I'm promising anything. Like I said, how many have I made? 3.5, 4, something like that. Adventure maps, all of them turned out badly, and that was mostly my fault. But with better tools, I might be able to get one out at some point that's half decent. This asteroid, it was the start of a racetrack. I started building this ring racetrack, and we all had races. You know, like everyone in their little bases, they've got these race ship things, and yeah, we were going to race them through here. But I decided rather than do it on the survival server, although I might finish this off. I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to change it. Unless I move into this asteroid. It looks like it's the only uninhabited one. The other option is for me to spawn in a new asteroid. Do nothing other than that. It'll just be a random asteroid. I'll probably put a couple of moons around it like this. It'll just be a random asteroid, probably down there somewhere maybe. Where's that? So if that's up there, over there, probably down there. Like I'd do that in SE Toolbox, just add a random one in, and set up camp there, or this one. I'm not sure. See, this one already has the tunnels. This has sort of been the what's the word I'm looking for? It's where everyone's gotten their iron from mostly, because it's got a lot of iron on the inside. So Drakal has just ploughed through it with the Bertha, his patented mining ship. And that's pretty much where all of the iron for the station up there has come from. And part of what I wanted to do was build around the asteroid in a few different ways, sort of buildings around the side, and have trams running through the middle. And these square tunnels would be perfect for that. See, we've got tunnels everywhere. That was meant to be a blockade to stop people going that way during a race. So these things would have to come down. But I think I could do something with that. You can make these kind of like the ferry system, but on a smaller scale and not as intricate. It would be fairly simple. And have a tram system running through here so I could get from one side to the other. That's a long way off. I mean, that'd be a big build around here. And like I said, there's no guarantees that this server, this map will survive that long. We might have to start a new one. As I said, like earlier, we were getting fairly bad frames on that up there. So we might have to start a new one at some point. I think I might move into this, though. It's not the most exciting of asteroids. It was solid, apart from those holes that have been bored through it. But there's a few moons. I can build on those moons. Make a nice little array, I think. Like a solar array up there. A building around there. Where's the sun? Up there. How did I lose my orientation so easily? There, and there's the station. Right. So that works out nicely. You get a nice view from my apartment. My apartment is right along the top there. You can just see the window. So I'll be able to see it from there and make this asteroid my own, I think. It's not that far to travel either. I could always just spin the ferry system around too and have my own here and have it on two settings so I could ferry things back and forward. Like there's a rotor for the entire mechanism, so I could just click it and flip it around, and it would fly back down here. So yeah, I think I'll make this place my home. But I'd need to build a few ships before I come down, like a drilling ship. I already have that one, but I think a little bit more of a serious one. A little bit more serious one, I mean. I've got the little welding drone, which, to be honest, is probably all I need. I'll have to open this manually. Everyone station, what am I looking for? It'll be a rotor with Boris on it. Hangar door, reverse. And here comes the door. Is that bent? Who bent that? I'm going to say Anubis. Purely because I share a hangar with him. So I'd be taking these down there. I got a little welding drone. I might make a grinding drone, pretty much exactly the same, but a grinder on the end. A bit bigger drilling ship. And take it down there, and we can start building down there. I think that'll be a good idea. Get rid of that massive green thing. We could cover up a few of the holes, make it look a little bit nicer. I think we could do that. My aim for that one would to make a bit more of an aesthetic build. This one was an organic one, and I think organic builds, in their own way, look nice. By organic I mean one with absolutely no planning. Just build any way you need to, just start putting things out, and I think that looks all right. I just picture it a little bit more cleaned up without these colours everywhere and stuff like that. This is meant to extend down there and along like that, so that's supposed to come out further, and you're not meant to be able to see underneath at all the workings yet. And there's another floor that's supposed to be a tunnel out to the ferry. I've got the ferry done a little bit more. My recording for that stuffed up. So if you wanted to see the building for that so far, it's on Anubis's channel. He's got we set up the gravity system. You can see the gravity generators there, and there. And they stabilize the ship as it comes in. The next thing to do would be to build that down there. You can just see the end of the stalk there. So we'd have an identical one down there, and it would go back and forward. Once that's done and a few timer blocks are put in, it's functional. But I think I'm going to leave that another few weeks, just because. Yeah, I think these sort of organic builds look nice in their own way. I never finished what I was talking about with the level design thing, sorry. So I was a little bit miffed about that, because they're hiring one for Keen. They seem to want to make sort of these levels, maps, official, what's the word? I'm struggling with words lately. But yeah, they're looking to make these sort of official maps, these official missions, sort of scenarios and stuff like that. And it doesn't quite sit with me very well, because this is an open world game. I think a lot of people have mistaken me. I think this is the racer. I'm not going to be able to get in, am I? I think that's one of the racers. But yeah, I think a lot of people have mistaken me as more of a space game fan, someone who comes from a space game background, to put that very simply, but that's not really true. I'm more of an open world fan. I play pretty much every open world game that's available. I love games that center around creativity, doing things not because they have a purpose, but, well, primarily because they don't, because they're fun. We just built a space apartment complex for no reason, and I love that. That's exactly the sort of thing I wanted to be doing. Apparently I tripped and fell. Those deadly lips on the edge of blocks. Are we going to catch up, server? Come on, server, can we catch up, please? Oh, I'm in spectator mode. There we go. Oh, I started in Ed's. I'm downstairs. Ed hasn't been back to fix up the paint job. Okay, let's have a little bit walk upstairs. We're going the wrong way. Floor 2. I'm on the right floor. But yeah, it is an open world game, and that's why I'm a little bit miffed by it, because map design, level design, scenario design shouldn't be up to Keen. At the very least, I don't think it should be. I think that should be up to us. We should be the ones creating the maps and the scenarios, the missions, that sort of thing. We should be making adventure maps, not them. They should be providing us the tools to make them. And this isn't entirely rational, I know, and it's not going to make much of a difference, but I think Marek and Keen have made quite a few different comments over the entire time that have made me feel that they're not entirely focused on building a sandbox game, an open world game where we are the creators and they are the providers. Sorry about the Skype in the background. I don't know how I can get rid of that now, so I'm sorry if that's annoying. Yeah, and it's a bit of a small gripe, but I feel after years of being spoilt by a company like Mojang, which, we'll see if that'll continue now after the Microsoft purchase, but after being spoilt by them, they're a company entirely devoted to creating a world that was for us to build in. And it doesn't quite feel right to have Keen doing things that are a bit more official, making missions that are official. And they come from an objective-based game background, with Minor Wars. And that seems to be what they're attempting to do, is to use the sandbox that they've created to do the sort of things that they couldn't do in Minor Wars, which doesn't quite sit with me. And again, I'm speculating. I don't know if this is real, and again, it's not necessarily rational, but I just didn't quite feel right after seeing a few of those posts, and it put me off it for a little bit. Again, for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I am not necessarily a rational creature. I do sort of fall back on my emotions from time to time. So I gave Space Engineers a little bit of a break. Just let things settle a little bit and fall back into a bit more of a creative mindset. I wanted to focus on the Nidd a little bit more, make that something that attracts people that just wanted to have a game. I should be building. I don't know why I'm just wandering around. This is a little bit more of a talky episode, and with that I think I should probably wrap this up. It's probably been going long enough. Sorry if this was a bit boring, but I felt like just sort of getting that weird bit of irrational nonsense that I've been thinking lately off my chest, and also to say that I wanted to start playing a few more games here and there, just for when this game gets a little bit frustrating. I try and build things and they fall apart, don't work. Looks like the multiplayer's back to its old ways. I thought they had that fixed. Oh! I had not realized this miner had been stripped. I'm sorry, Hasbin. Yep, I can't knock the ship. So they improved the FPS and the volumetric blast stuff, but we're back to our inability to hit anything. Okay, so two steps forward, one step back. But yeah, I'm going to play a few more different games. Some of them you might like, some of them you might not. Some will be a bit boring. Others, like No More Room in Hell, should hopefully be a little bit more exciting. The first couple are not exactly the most interesting, but give it a chance after that. Anubis and I had a lot of fun recording that, and there are a few very silly things that happen in it. So thank you to listening. Thank you for listening to this. Goodbye.